Hello folks, Bronco Bob here with Texas Best Used Motorcycles. Here today to show you a really beautiful Mercedes SL 63, and has the AMG Performance Package, which adds about 9,000 to the MSRP and a tremendous amount of power. It also has the carbon fiber group. The deck lid is carbon fiber and a lot of the trim on the dash. But it's a gorgeous car, only has 17,000 miles. It's kind of a pearl white color. It's got the big AMG brakes on it. I was going to open the top. I don't have an assistant here, so let's see how this works. Looks like the windows roll down, the trunk opens up. There it goes. Hope I'm holding this right. Pretty cool. Let's get a look at it. It's got the little air buffer for the back. Keeps your hair from getting messed up. What's really cool about this car, a lot of people secretly would love to have a convertible, but for example here in Texas you got about 2 or 3 weeks out of the year that it's primo convertible weather, and the rest of the time it's hot, it's cold, it's too windy, it's rainy. Well, this car gives you the best of both worlds. You can capitalize on those beautiful days, and then when you want the hard top, you just hit the button, and that top is super quiet. It's probably the quietest convertible on the planet, other than the exhaust noise, but as far as wind noise. And the way that top retracts with a push of a button, it's a work of art. This car had an MSRP of over 157,000, and it represents a great value with over 550 horsepower, big brakes, the carbon package, and a lot of these cars are black, and this one's finished in white, which really makes it a beautiful car. The bi-turbo is a twin turbo, produces more torque than it does horsepower, which is kind of interesting. And then driving the car, the torque is very linear. You look down at the speedometer and you feel the pull, and you're like, man, this thing's flying, and you're only doing 3,500 RPMs. It's really pretty amazing. The interior has the perforated seats that push air through them to cool you running down the highway. Beautiful stitched leather, nothing but the best on a Mercedes. Of course, navigation, heated seats. It's got bolsters that when you turn the corner, the bolsters kind of poke you in the side. This car's probably got way more stuff on it than I even know. Multi-adjustable seats, the back, the lower cushion slides out independent of the back, which really makes it nice when you're driving down the highway on a long distance trip. And this is a grand touring car. Unlike the stock SL, which is a very nice car, this one's kind of the SL that's a little bit angry. With that AMG package, it's got a growl to it. It's got more horsepower. And when you put it in sport mode and shift with the paddle shifters, man, it's pure joy. It's like a luxury hot rod all rolled into one. Just a really, really amazing car. It's my first opportunity to get behind the wheel and drive one, and it's kind of shock and awe. And these cars, as a lot of people know, like most high-end luxury cars, when you buy them brand new and you drive them off a lot, there's a big depreciation curve. And the best way to buy one of these cars is like this car right here. It's a few years old. It's taken that big depreciation hit, and now it represents an amazing value. A lot of car for not a lot of money. About half the MSRP, or roughly that. But it's a really nice car. The only flaw that I could find down here on the lower spoiler, there's a little place where it's been touched up. It's right here where my thumb is. Other than that, the car is just fabulous. And there are companies that put the clear bra on these cars. You see a lot of people do that on their Porsches. and you could certainly do it with this. If I had it out in the sun, you could see the pearl in the paint. So right now you really can't see it. The sun is about to go down. Let's see if I want to open this trunk. I was reading about the car and it spoke about the trunk being carbon fiber. Of course, it's painted on the outside. There we go. Look how that lifts up, so you can still put stuff in the trunk. And this little baffle here just lets you know, don't stack anything higher than that, so that your top will clear. Yeah, you can see the carbon fibers in the base of the trunk. All the hydraulic systems. Wow, pretty amazing. And to close it, just push that button right there. Everything tucks down real neat. Just amazing. Let's take it up the street here. Oh, and this AMG sail panel illuminates. You know what? I need to show you this engine because it's a work of art in itself. And Mercedes has a program where they have one guy at the factory assemble the engines. Well, they have several guys that assemble them, but when one guy starts on a car, he is the only one to touch that motor. And he actually puts a signature on the air cleaner. And this one says G.D. Giuseppe, which to me sounds like an Italian guy building German engines. But that way you have a true handcrafted engine. And this engine is pretty amazing. As I mentioned, it's a lot of linear torque. So when you roll into the throttle, you don't have to turn a lot of RPMs to produce a lot of power. It's really quite amazing. Yeah, we'll take it down the street here. Nice cold air conditioning. But Mercedes has been building quality cars for years, and they're really getting them right. And a lot of people were talking about the turbocharged engines losing the Mercedes allure. Well, they've kicked it up a notch in performance. And you get respectable fuel economy if you keep your foot out of it. And the exhaust is relatively quiet until you put your foot in it. Then it has a distinct growl. Like I say, it sounds like an angry SL. Well, the sun is pretty bright. I'm not going to put my foot in it because I don't want somebody to be walking their dog and I can't see them. But it's a beautiful evening here in Texas. Yeah, I can feel just going in these little curves, I can feel the bolsters pushing, poking me in the ribs. I'll pull up here. I mean, you just barely touch the throttle, it just jumps. And it's got all these different modes: soft ride, sport. The sport mode is what I like. It firms up the suspension, and then you can grab those paddle shifters and start playing with them. It's a lot of fun. Just basically push that, that's park. It's got a Harman Kardon sound system, which is a very premium sound system. Again, beautiful, light, sandalwood leather interior. I'm not sure what Mercedes calls it. They might call it oyster, but I call it sandalwood. Beautiful white diamond, pearl paint. Blacked out emblems, black powder coated wheels. The big cross-drilled and vented AMG brakes, the big rotors, lots of stopping power. Amazing lights at nighttime. They really are exceptional. You'll think it's daytime in the nighttime. Mercedes signature hood vents, and these are actually, they call this a heat reduction hood. That blows some of the air actually through those vents, so they're functional. But I hope you like this video. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm Bronco Bob, wishing you happy trails, and love to see you in our showroom soon and driving off in this beautiful car. Quality engineering available here at Texas Best Used Motorcycles, Mansfield, Texas. We can ship this car anywhere in the USA or anywhere in the world. Just give us a call, and I'm Bronco Bob, wishing you happy trails.